my husband is much better than I am about following a schedule. And so he works from home several days a week, not every day, but and so he's like kind of rearranged his whole pattern. So at lunchtime he's walking the dog, and when he's done with work he's walking the dog, to the point where the dog knows the pattern, right? And she's waiting for it. um my work style is just different, and so I'm a little more haphazard, and sometimes I join him, sometimes I do things on my own. um what are some like small like examples of some small steps people can take to start? Like for him it's walking with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I know with James Clear in his book, he talks about starting with a habit, then habit stacking,
Yep.
and like building. So my dentist gives the example, like he says when it's time to walk the dog, he says, hold on a minute, I have to floss my teeth, and he goes and he
Yeah.
flosses his teeth. And
Yeah.
like that's the cue for him, and then that way he doesn't forget, after dinner,
Yes. Yep.
before we walk the dog we floss our teeth, and then we go walk the dog. So wonder if you can like imagine
Yeah.
a mom with two kids, maybe one's in a stroller, one's more of a toddler on a little trike or something. Like, are you talking about like the family takes a walk together, or what other examples can you offer?
Well, let's say the family wants to improve their nutrition, but they're
Mhm.
also on a budget. And the way they are currently living isn't necessarily organized from a budget perspective. It's more just like, I don't have time, and this is the closest store next to me. And it's just all very disheveled. And a lot of times in parenthood, we feel like we're like treading water, or we're just trying to keep our head above water. So what I do as a coach is I help them say, okay, let's sit down, and what if you want to clean up your nutrition, the first thing we have to figure out is the place you are shopping at, do they have healthy options available? Okay, no, then we need to find a different place. What's within your budget? Does the grocery store have an app that can help you price out certain products and things that you're looking for? Okay. And then once we have that little small step in, then we're like, okay, so now we have to figure out what exactly can we do to alter your environment at home and make room for this change. So the next step might be, okay, so let's make your pantry more accessible for healthy options. So if they look at their pantry and they have a lot of like unhealthy options in there, it's might be as simple as, let's clean out the pantry and make sure all the things that you don't want in there either are not in there, they're inaccessible, right? And make the healthy things that we buy attractive and accessible, and have a shelf for your kids where you have the children's snacks, and then a shelf for parents where we have parents snacks, foods, whatever it may be. It just really depends on the route of nutrition they want to go. But that's something that I have seen parents struggle with too, is the nutrition aspect, as far as, well, my kids have goldfish and my kids have these certain things, and that's okay. Like, we're not looking to like go from 0 to 100 in
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
next like day, right?
Mhm.
And I'm a huge believer in, let's be healthy, but let's also let kids be kids. And if they want to have the goldfish or whatever, let them have the goldfish. Just make sure that we try to balance out throughout the day, like
Mhm.
serving that vegetable with dinner, going through the
Mhm.
extra effort to serve vegetable at dinner. So I think that answered your question. Is really, it's like looking at the environment first before we actually do the thing. So if your environment does not support the habits that you want to change, no habits will change, because you're
Right,
stuck
right.
in this environment of constantly treading water, or there's unhealthy snacks everywhere. So that's an example of something that I've worked with my clients.
That's a hard no.